Would you like a nice severance pay, a long paid release from work, or an A-grade reference letter? Then listen carefully to this video. My name is Asma Hussain-Hämäläinen. I'm attorney at law and specialist in labor law. In this video, I will explain to you when you are eligible for a severance pay under German labor law and whether it's worthwhile defending yourself against termination by your employer. A lot of my clients ask me what they can do if they are being bullied or discriminated by their employer, if they have been fired, or if the employer refuses to pay the bonus. So if the employer pushes you around, then it's time to push back. How you can do this under German labor law, I'll explain to you in this video. Under German labor law, there is no such thing as a binding formula how to calculate a severance pay. It's a bazaar. It's a result of negotiation. But some factors are important. For example, your age, duration of your contract, providing for a family, poor prospects on the labor market, and other factors. So imagine your workplace is a chair and you sell this workplace, this chair, to your employer and tell him he can buy your workplace back from you. You hang a price tag on it, and this is the price that he has to pay in exchange for you to voluntarily vacate your workplace. So, at the end, it's a question of negotiation. Whether the employer offers you a severance pay or not very much depends on whether you are going to be successful with the termination protection lawsuit in court or not. If the termination protection law, the so-called Kündigungsschutzgesetz, does not apply to your employment relationship, the termination can still be invalid because of formal reasons or because the employer failed to do the works council hearing properly or not at all. If the termination protection law applies to your employment relationship, then you're on the sunny side anyway, because then the employer has only 3 possible reasons to terminate your contract. First, redundancy. In this case, the employer claims that your workplace is gone. So this means he cannot employ you anymore in the company, and this is extremely difficult for the employer to prove. I have never seen in more than 20 years that an employer has been successful with this argument, even in the first instance of the labor court. Second reason, personal reasons. Here the employer claims that you have been, for example, on a long sick leave or frequent sick leaves, and he cannot employ you anymore. Also, these terminations fail very often in court because there's no negative prognosis, or because also in this case the courts very often require a warning letter before you can terminate the employee. So this means, for example, if the employer terminates you because of lack of language skill, personal reason, then the courts would say, hey, you have to give this person a chance to gain these skills. Okay? Third reason, behavioral reason. For example, theft or insulting the boss, these kind of things. Also here, the courts say you have to issue a warning letter, a proper warning letter, before you can fire someone. And very often the companies fail to do this or don't do this properly. So you see, at the end, the chances for you to defend yourself against the termination under German law are very good. In any case, if you get a termination letter by your employer, you should always ask for advice. And please keep in mind that you have to file the lawsuit, respectively your lawyer has to file the lawsuit within exactly 3 weeks after you receive the termination letter. So what would be the best scenario? The best scenario for you would be if both comes together. You enter into a settlement agreement with a severance pay and you have already a new job. So this means you get a garden leave and you can also extend the end date of your contract. You can negotiate this. Again, it's a bazaar. For example, you can extend this by half a year or longer, depending on what the chances are for your employer to win or lose in court. And then you could cash the remaining salaries that would be due till the end of the negotiated contract. If you're under pressure, then please don't let the pressure show in the negotiations, because if the employer feels that you are strong and you are going to survive these negotiations and you don't have financial problems, then he will be willing to offer you more than if you make the impression that you are under some kind of pressure, then he will just give you a very small package, okay? So it's extremely important to also keep the unemployment benefits in mind and also check when they are going to flow in. If you have questions with regard to your specific contract, then please contact me anytime. We are available from Monday till Sunday from 7 a.m. till 9 p.m. I'll be happy to advise you.